Hi guys, so it's Chris from Capricorn 12 and here I am today, just literally living in the world of a lockdown. So I think today's video is going to be called, when is a lockdown not a lockdown? So I just want to show you what I can see right now outside of the car, and you can tell me if you think this is a lockdown or not, because if it was a lockdown, you would imagine that everybody would be at home, but they're not. So let's have a look. So this is Greenwich, or Blackheath, which is on the Lewisham-Greenwich border in London. To the right of the screen, you should be able to see Greenwich, the wall outside Greenwich Park, and to the left of the screen, you're looking at Blackheath, or part of Blackheath. So the green that you can see is Blackheath. So now there's tons of people out and about, people on their bikes, people walking, ice cream vans, etc, etc, and the traffic is just phenomenal. Normally, even on a normal day, which is on a rush hour day, you can get through this road within about 2 or 3 minutes, but it's now taking 15 minutes to drive down this single strip of road. So let's enjoy the video and see what we can find out, what's going on, and how is the British public, or the English public I should say, because it's England which is actually in a lockdown, how are we actually coping? Once again, it's Chris from Capricorn 12. Please leave a comment in the video, give it a thumbs up if you like it, and a thumbs down if you don't. If you leave a comment, then we can debate it out amongst ourselves. Enjoy. So I'm now going to turn into Greenwich Park, which is where Queen Elizabeth I used to play as a child, and it was designed by Inigo Jones. So let's have a look. Here we go. Wow, check that out. That is a lot of people. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of cars. That's actually very interesting. Welcome to the lockdown. This actually is really amazing. I was not expecting to see anybody out at all, to be honest with you. I was just going to jump in the car and do a video of the streets of London, expecting them to be empty, but they're not at all. And I don't know whether this is people have just had enough of lockdown, and they've just turned around and said 2 fingers up to people. I don't know. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I'm socially distanced and isolated in my car, so I'm protected, and I've also got my filter on as well, so I can't complain about that. But gee whiz, this is really, really surprising. I didn't expect to see this many people out at all. I just think people have just given up the ghost, really, and they're not accepting what we're being told. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm just going to drive and film, let the camera roll, and you tell me what you think. what I find really interesting is that there's a lot of people outside and there's not a lot of people wearing masks. So it makes it interesting how, you know, the lockdown is meant to help the virus stop spreading and reduce the R rate below 1 when people outside aren't wearing masks. What we should be doing is we all should be wearing masks, in my honest opinion. If you're outside your house or outside your car, you should have your mask on. The minute you are in public, put a mask on. Let's just see whether through our own actions, regardless of what the government tell us to do, we can get this virus below, the R rate below 1, you know, collectively. I don't want you to think I'm preaching, because I'm not. I just don't get it why people think that we're all going to be safe, we're all going to be okay. Even if we all get it and we only feel a little bit ill, the thing is, with the infection rate going up, then the government will be forced to keep on doing these firebreak lockdowns, and therefore that would mean that business will suffer. Now, I'm not against the government or for the government. I'm just saying that if the country has to keep on going through these firebreak lockdowns, whether it be 2 weeks or 4 weeks, or it's extended to how many other weeks, business will suffer. There's no doubt about that. And if business suffers, we all suffer through mental illness. We suffer through reduced income. We suffer through potentially losing our jobs. We suffer through businesses going bust into the wall. So I think maybe we should all try and, you know, do our bit, etc. Not because for any other reason, but just to help each other out. Because by helping someone else out, you actually end up helping yourself as well. Let's see how we get on. Let's have a look at this traffic. It actually is the worst I've seen in Greenwich Park in a very, very long time. What I find really interesting is that there's a lot of people outside and not a lot of people are wearing masks. Okay, so here we are going through the gates at Greenwich Park, back onto the highway, and I must admit that was very interesting to see the amount of cars that were in the park and the amount of people and people without masks, etc. And having said that, you see two people walk past the car with masks on. So now I've got from one traffic jam straight out into another. Absolutely crazy. Okay guys, so now I'm outside Greenwich Park. I'm back on the main highway again, and I'm stuck in another traffic jam. So literally it took me 20 minutes to get into the park. Then I saw tons of people, hardly anywhere to park, and then it took me 20 minutes to get out of the park. So I'm now stuck in a traffic jam, waiting to get through the traffic lights. Now I realise that part of this traffic jam is due to the fact that there's a lot of people out today, and the other part of the traffic jam is based on the fact that there's been a lot of road closures in the area due to COVID-19. A lot of side roads which people would normally take. In the UK we call them rat runs, which means, you know, you go down a side way, you take a shortcut to get from one major road to another, or from one major area to another. They've all been closed off with temporary non-access signs saying COVID-19 road restricted. And what they've done is they've put these flower planter type blocks in the middle of the road so you can't get through them. Now this is causing major traffic jams on the highway, and the reason being is that cars still normally need to get through, and so you're not solving a problem. In actual fact, you're creating one. Cycle lanes are being put in all over the place because they want to encourage people to use their bikes and cycle, and it's actually slowing things down. So what would normally take you 2 minutes to get from A to B is now taking you anything between 20 minutes to 45 minutes in certain areas at certain times of day, especially at the weekend. It's just really crazy. So let's keep an eye on what's happening, and I'll check back in with you soon.